Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy AI Legends, and yeah guys, today I am back with the next part of what is Naruto had infinite chakra and was neglected by his family. So without any further ado, let's start our video. But before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video to come on guys, if you guys are new to this channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It will really help me a lot as I want to reach 10k as quick as possible, and I have already reached 7.5k subscribers and I'm really thankful about it. So yeah guys, if you guys want me to continue series like this and have a lot of fun while recording it, as well as you guys enjoy my series, then please guys subscribe to this channel. And for the next part, the like goal is going to be, let's see, 300 likes and 180 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part today. So it really depends upon you guys, so please guys do so that I can enjoy it while recording it and you can enjoy it the series as well. So without any further ado, let us start our video. Last time we left off as we saw that how Naruto handles Deidara as Deidara tried his best, but in the end he simply had to explode himself as Kazekage, or rather Gaara, was saved by the hands of Naruto and his team, though it was pretty easy for them because they were the team of an S-rank shinobi, so it was nothing much to them. Yes. Finally, they were able to kill Sasori and Deidara, and they were returning back to the village as Naruto was able to sense something from a far away as they were flying inside of the Susanoo of Kiyomi. As they were pretty surprised as they had finally mastered the perfect Susanoo, all three of them, as well as Fugaku. While these were some, you can say, their thoughts, while on the other hand, Naruto did not show off his Susanoo as Kakashi was pretty wondering how much powerful Naruto has actually gotten. He was pretty shocked to hear that Naruto has mastery over all 5 elements and he has created over S-rank jutsus, several of them, from all the affinities. As Kakashi was wondering, Naruto could be the strongest shinobi in all generations to ever live. Though he was about to say something when Naruto simply vanished from the eyes of everyone, giving Kakashi and Itachi almost a heart attack. They were thinking that how they are going to explain this to Hokage and especially his wife, the Red Death. She is definitely going to kill both of them. As Kakashi and Itachi simply gulp at that, while on the other hand Sasuke and Kyomi were wondering as Kyomi said, "Hey Sasuke, where did he go?" As Sasuke said, "Well, to be honest, I do not know about it. In our journey we went to many places and he did told me that there are many people he gave them the the kunai, a flying Raijin, just like his father had." As Kyomi were wondering, where did Naruto-kun actually go? Could it be that he went to meet some other girl, as she has a bit angry expression on her face, which Sasuke noted. He simply chuckled at that as Kyomi glared at Sasuke, while on the other hand Kakashi as well as Itachi were simply wondering about this situation, what they are actually going to do with Hokage and especially his wife, as they finally gulped for the last time after seeing the gates of Konoha, as they simply landed in front of Konoha and started to rush towards the Hokage office. As Itachi along with everyone entered inside of the Hokage's office, a bit nervous about the situation, though Itachi was able to handle it pretty well, but everyone still could see a small, you can say, drop of sweat was coming from his face, as well as you can say Kakashi, while on the other hand Itachi was simply cursing Naruto, "Damn you Naruto, leaving me with such a situation and all." As finally Minato was also there and they finally had a horrified expression after seeing Kushina also there, wondering about her son, as Kakashi simply gulped as Itachi said, "Well, Lord Hokage, the mission is finally a success." As Minato nodded at that, "Well, that is pretty well, Itachi-san. Well, I was not expecting any less from an elite shinobi of Konoha." As he started to look towards them, as Kakashi, Itachi, Sasuke, as well as Kyomi, where everyone was there, as Minato raised an eyebrow, as he said, "Itachi, pardon me, but you know where Naruto is? I did told you guys to come here after the mission to give the direct report, right?" As Itachi simply nodded as he said, "Well, Lord Hokage." As they looked towards Kushina, who was now looking towards them, wondering what the main situation is, as Kushina's eyes widened after seeing Itachi, you can say, stuttering a little as he said, "Itachi," with a lot of, you can say, anger in her voice, as he said, "Don't tell me that my baby boy is injured from this mission. I did told you that not even a single injury to ever come to his body," while you can say crackling her faced as Itachi took a step back. Well, Kushina-san, he's not in the hospital or anything. To be honest, he's not even injured. As Minato was trying his best to calm Kushina down. And what about it? Where is he? Itachi, just say it already, as he was wondering in his mind as well. As Kakashi decided to speak up, a bad idea to be honest, and he said, well, Lord Hokage, he simply vanished. As this god, you can say, what from both Minato and as well as Kushina, as Kushina's anger was now pointed toward Kakashi, as Kakashi took a gulp, wondering that he should not have spoke so soon, while on the other hand, Itachi was also wondering the same thing as chakra chains burst, you can say wrap around both of their bodies. Tell me everything, as Kushina speak up with a tick mark to her forehead, as both Kakashi as well as Itachi simply gulped at that, as they started to explain and said, well, we were returning back to the village, we were almost there at the valley of the end, and they started to look towards a specific direction. Well, that was definitely south, where the... what was the name again? Yeah... yes, the lightning village, as the cloud village is situated, as Minato was wondering what could have done, as Itachi speaker, well, he did use the flying Raijin to simply vanish, I can tell you that. Though, don't worry, he is not abducted or anything, he will be fine. As Kushina was now still glaring at both of them and ready to pound both Itachi as well as Kakashi to the ground, as both of them simply looked towards each other and simply vanished in a flying Raijin, you can say, as Minato was wondering if Naruto had thought both Kakashi and Itachi the flying Raijin as well, while it was just their substitution and pure speed, as they vanish, as well as Kushina also vanished in a red blur, trying to find both of them to get more information, as while on the other hand Minato was wondering where Naruto actually went. And now let us go to Naruto's POV, as Naruto simply flashed in front of, you can say, a injured girl. This girl had blonde hair and seems to be a tall body, as this was none other than the Jinchuriki of the Two Tails cat, none other than Yujito, who seems to be on the ground panting pretty heavily, as Naruto saw the kunai at which he has flashed to. As Naruto looked back, as he said, it's been a while, Yujito-san. It does not seem that you're in a good condition, huh? As Yujito only chuckled, well, Naruto-kun, it seemed that you also arrived to help me, huh? Well, that is I'm pretty grateful for. As Naruto was now looking towards her, as well as looking towards two specific persons that were standing in front of him. Both of them claimed to be immortal, none other than Kakuzu and Hidan. As Naruto looked towards them with a icy glare at both Hidan and Kakuzu, had a, you can say, shiver going through their spines as Kakuzu speak up, well, as Hidan speak up, well, it seems that we got a brat. Who are you, brat? Just get out of here and we will not kill you, or otherwise I will make you a sacrifice for Lord Joshin. As while on the other hand Kakuzu narrowed his eyes towards this boy, he already had figured out who this kid actually is. This is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails Fox, as well as claimed to be an S-rank, triple S-rank shinobi. When he heard about him, as well as the bingo book, the prize was outstanding, as the price on his head, especially from the stone village, is outrageous, as he thought of capturing him. When they captured him, he is definitely going to sold Naruto, or rather his head, to the stone village to get that money from them. While on the other hand, he already knew that if this kid were to have this title of triple S-rank shinobi only given to Madara, people like Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju, he is definitely going to be something outrageously powerful. As I was wondering how he's going to handle this situation. Could he actually be enough to handle it? While Naruto looked towards Yujito, as he simply started to walk towards her, putting his back towards both Kakuzu and Hidan, shocking Kakuzu, as he thought that this kid was a genius, and this was common knowledge to never turn your back on your enemy, wondering if this kid is just some fool, and whatever the situation is, he's definitely going to take advantage of this. As he had a smirk on his face, he's going to take this kid down. There's no way that information he got on him was accurate. That seems to be like a fairy tale. While Naruto sit beside Yujito, Are you okay, Yujito-chan? As Yujito nodded, as Naruto put both of his fingers towards the head of Yujito, and then Yujito felt like all of her chakra was restored, and all of her injuries simply vanished. For a mere moment, she saw something silver in Naruto's eyes. She simply shook her head. That seems to be her imagination, as Naruto only smiled and said, "Well, Yujito-chan, it seems that I have to handle this situation from here on." As Yujito said, "What? What are you talking about, Naruto? They are S-rank shinobi. You cannot handle them." As Naruto simply smiled, "Don't worry, I'll handle them. This will not be, you can say, troublesome." As he looked towards Yujito, "Go and inform the Raikage." As Yujito was a bit hesitant about the situation, but she had to agree with it. She had tried her best and tried everything, but both of them seems to be immortal, and she was pretty reluctant about the situation. But there was something about Naruto's tone which was like a dominant person, an alpha male. As she simply nodded and unknowingly went off. As then Hidan speak up, "Hey, you let the kitty run away, Kakuzu." As Kakuzu said, "Shut up, Hidan. I will handle him first. He's the 9th Jinchuriki. Perhaps you have not noticed it." As Hidan looked towards him and said, "Huh, so you're the 9th Jinchuriki. Too bad. I was going to sacrifice you to Lord Joshin because you wasted our handiwork." As then Kakuzu said, "Alright, Hidan, we have to handle him. He's pretty strong." As Kakuzu said, "Alright, Hidan." As Hidan said, "Well, do not interfere, Kakuzu. I'm going to take him down." As he rushed towards Naruto, as Kakuzu said, "Wait, Hidan." As Kakuzu did not listen, you can say Hidan did not listen, as he rushed towards Naruto, trying to swing his staff over and over again, trying to slash at Naruto. But Naruto did not pay it any mind. He was simply dancing around the whole area, as Kakuzu thought that he's going to absorb this kid and see that how strong he actually is, as wondered if he could find any weakness in this kid. While on the other hand, Hidan was laughing like a maniac and trying to slash at Naruto, as Naruto said, I heard about that immortality part of yours. Tell me, are you really immortal, huh?" As Hidan stopped for a moment and said, "Of course, you can say, I'm from a religion of Lord Joshin, the most powerful of all, and he has granted me the immortality." As Naruto said, so let's just test this immortality of yours. Hidan, was it? Well, let's just see that. As then Naruto pointed a single finger towards Hidan, as Hidan's eyes widened at that, as lightning started to struck his body, and then a sphere of lightning appeared out of nowhere. Even Kakuzu's eyes widened as Hidan was screaming in pure pain. As Naruto said, this should be more than enough to melt many organs in your body. Let's see if you can handle it. As Hidan was on the ground, as Naruto said, it seems that your immortality is not that great, huh? As then there was a chuckle, and then finally Hidan stood up. "Hey, you little shit, do you have any idea how much that hurt?" As Naruto said, so he is immortal, huh? Well, it would be fun. Let's see if I can have a bit of fun in this battle or not. And by giving a glance to Kakuzu, who seemed to be ready at any moment to interfere in this battle, if at any moment notice, as Naruto was wondering if he's actually absorbing him, to see that if he actually has any weakness or whatsoever. As Naruto simply shook his head. Well, he can absorb as much as he likes. There is no way he's going to let out anything. As Naruto smirked at Kakuzu, who was once again rushing towards Naruto with his staff ready to cut him, as Naruto has finally enough of the staff, as he do not know what the staff can actually do. But let's see, as Naruto simply blocked it, a small drop of blood was now on the staff, as Hidan had a huge smirk on his face, as Kakuzu also let out a small chuckle, wondering if this kid is some type of fool, as he let out its biggest weakness, as Kakuzu was also chuckling as Hidan smirked and said, "Well, it's all over," as he injured his body and then took out, you can say, a small drop of Naruto's blood, as Naruto was looking towards it, pretty, you can say, wondering about the whole situation, what is actually going to happen, pretty intrigued, as then Hidan only smirked, making the strange symbols on the ground, and said, "Now to Lord Joshin," as he stabbed his staff to the leg of face, as then Naruto's eyes widened when he could feel the pain, and then the blood rushing from his leg, as he was now on one knee, as he said, What is that, huh?" As he looked upward to see Hidan laughing like a maniac, as Naruto's eyes widened by doing those, you can say, strange symbols and drinking a drop of his blood, he must have made some type of link between himself as well as this strange immortal guy whatsoever. As he realized his mistake on that, as Hidan was laughing. Now do you see the greatness of Lord Jashin as he stabbed his staff to his arm as Naruto was once again winced in pain as he was wondering if that was a mistake as Hidan was still laughing as Naruto. Then Kakazu was about to interfere to knock this kid out so that they can finally get on to their mission as to capture the two tails as well if possible. Though he already know that Raikage must have been already been informed about the status and is not going to get the two tails today, though they will get the 9 tails, which is much better than the 2 tails. As Hidan was simply laughing and then a smirk arrived on the face of a fellow blonde, and then a chuckle could be heard as Naruto burst into laughter as both Hidan and Kakuzu were pretty confused as Hidan said, "Huh, so already lost your mind to the mightiness of Lord Jashin, huh?" As Naruto smirked, "Well, that was pretty great of an experience, though it reminded me that even all of this training, I should not let my guard down. That will be one day my downfall." As Naruto simply shook his head as he looked towards Hidan as well as Kakuzu, as Hidan was wondering, as he said, well, this brat, all of your efforts are nothing. More you hurt me, you will only hurt yourself, so just give up, huh?" As Naruto said, "Well, are you sure about it? I have already figured out the weakness of this so-called jutsu of Lord Jashin of yours." As Hidan said, "Oh, so what is that, huh?" As Naruto said this, as Naruto pointed a single finger towards Hidan as Kakuzu's eyes widened. Hidan, as he tried to rush towards Hidan to block this attack, but it was already too late as a wind pressure slammed into Hidan, sending him flying outside of the circle and slamming him through a lot of forest. As Kakuzu rushed towards Naruto, ready to beat him down so that at his weakened state he can get him, but all the injuries on Naruto's body were already over as Naruto dodged the attack of Kakuzu. As Kakuzu gritted his teeth as Naruto said, As Kakuzu said, "How did you figure out the weakness of that fool's jutsu?" As Naruto said, "Well, it was pretty simple. The connection was made when he made those strange symbols on the ground. Once I put him outside of it, the connection is finally broken." As he slammed his face on the face of Kakuzu, as Kakuzu simply turned his body into a stone, but his eyes widened, but he could feel the pain that was on his skin from that punch as he was sent flying through, you can say, several trees. As then Hidan also arrived as he said, "Damn you brat," as he tried to rush towards Naruto once again, trying to get his blood, but Naruto has more than enough of the staff as he grabbed the staff in his hand as you can say the staff started to get heat up as Hidan's eyes widened as he tried to grab the staff from Naruto's hand, but it was already too late and it melted into nothingness. As Hidan's eyes widened as pure anger arrived to his face. "Now you will pay," as he rushed towards Naruto once again, trying to end him, but Naruto had more than enough of his. As Naruto said, "I was wondering when I would get the opportunity to use the higher taxing jutsus. It seemed that against you two immortals, it will definitely do." As Kakuzu also joined in and said, "So what are you going to do, brat? Worrying about their situation. If this kid has the power, if he could use the power of the 9 tails, then both of them would have pretty hard time, while this kid does not seem to be using his full power and holding back a lot. That worries Kakazu." As Naruto smirked, "You will see." As Naruto had a smirk on his face as the whole area started to get dark as whole Hidan and Kakazu looked upward to see thunders. As Hidan said, "Hey Kakazu, I know it's called the land of lightning, but is that normal here?" As Kakazu said, "No you idiot, that's not normal." As the dark thunders could be heard across the sky as Naruto said, "Have fun, Kiran. Let's see. Let's just test your immortality. Have fun, Kiran." As then a lightning dragon started to form around, you can say, the sky. Both Hidan and Kakuzu's eyes widened, and within a blink of an eye, Kakuzu rushed backward as fast as he could. But Hidan was not so lucky as the lightning dragon roared in the sky and slammed into Hidan as Hidan let out a scream of pain, pure pain and agony. As even if he was immortal, if his body simply turned into dust, nothing can save him. You can say, in front of Kakuzu's eyes, Hidan was turned into ashes and flew into the air as whole area started to get clear. As Naruto, looking bored as always, as you can say, Kakuzu had a shiver going through his veins when he saw those blue eyes of his, icy cold blue eyes. As he said, "Damn it, I shouldn't have been so careless. I have to end him, otherwise I have to retreat. If I cannot handle him, no, I have to do this." As then, all of his 5 hearts came out of his body, ready to pound this kid to the ground and ready to face him, whatever is to come. As Naruto said, "You may be strong, Kakazu. I heard about that. How once there was a time when you were sent by Taki to assassinate Lord First, though you got your ass handed to him." As Kakazu gritted his teeth, well, that was long ago, though." As Naruto said, "So you think that now you can handle Lord First, huh?" As Kakazu did not say anything. "Well, your partner was pretty annoying, to be honest, though I am ready to give you an opportunity." As Kakazu raised an eyebrow. As Naruto said, "I know that you work for money and money alone, so why not work for us? Or rather, me. I'm one of the most richest person at the moment in the world. I also own many industries. So why not work for me and spy on the Akatsuki? Though it would be pretty, you can say, useful for you, because in this path you are right now, you're definitely going to die even if you claim to be immortal." As Kakazu was not speaking anything for some time, as then he burst into a chuckle and said, "Well, brat, that was pretty unique. Well, that is something no one has ever said to me, but it does not matter. I'm not going to betray Akatsuki, but as for you, I'm definitely going to end your life." As then all 5 of his heart rushed towards Naruto, as Naruto simply shook his head. "Well, I did give you a choice, didn't I?" As he looked towards one of the, you can say, the fire heart, as Naruto put a single hand towards him, burst into nothingness as the black flames erupt. As Naruto, you can say, go through hand sign as well as the fire. A big fireball was coming from the heart of Kakazu of fire as Naruto brought out a black flame from his mouth, overpowering the fire that was coming towards him as black flames erupt the fire heart into nothingness. As Kakazu's eyes widened as Naruto vanished from the eyes of Kakazu. Once again, the lightning one as Naruto grabbed the mask, and then suddenly, you can say, the lightning, purple lightning started to came from his hand as the lightning heart tried to electrocute Naruto, but Naruto's body was enveloped in purple lightning as he burst the lightning heart into nothingness. As Naruto looked towards the wind one who was about to release an attack, as Naruto only smirked at that. As Naruto pointed a single finger towards it from the sky towards the heart as the wind one was about to release his attack, but then a lightning, you can say, bolt erupted from the skies and slammed into the heart of wind, destroying it. As Kakazu's eyes widened, 3 of his hearts were already dead as Naruto bring out a sword out of nowhere, and then with a single swing of it, as you can say, the air blade started to rush towards the original body of Kakazu, who was, you can say, able to jump away, but then he blinked and Naruto was gone as he heard someone behind him. "Well, you are pretty fast, if I must say." As Kakazu's eyes widened as he met with a kick as he tried to use his earth heart, but it was already far away as he was slammed into the ground. As then Naruto stabbed his sword within the earth heart, and then the lightning came from the, you can say, sword, bursting the earth heart into nothingness, and now only the water heart remains. As Kakazu was now gritting his teeth in pure panic. If the last one of his heart is dead, then he is definitely going to die right here and right now. As Kakazu was now panting hard as he had to absorb his water heart into his body, already knowing that if his final heart is to be destroyed, he's definitely going to die. As Naruto started to walk towards him, his, you can say, eyes being shadowed by his hair, as Kakazu could feel like the death was coming towards him. As all of his time being an immortal, he never thought that his time would come like this. He never even imagined it. Now he was feeling a lot tired and thinking that now his time is definitely going to come and he's going to die today. As he was wondering about his life and all, the Akatsuki which he joined wanted to change the world and get the richest person, all of the bounties, all the people he killed, all of his life was flashing through his mind. As Naruto looked towards him, and now the death was even more certain as his eyes widened when he saw those silver eyes, even more silver than the original Rinnegan, as Rinnegan was in the eyes of Naruto the Eternal. As Hiran took a step back, as wondering what to do, as how is that even possible, as Naruto smirked, wondering about your life, huh? Well, I did give you a choice, didn't I? As Kakazu took a step back in pure fear. How? How do you have those eyes? It is not possible. As Naruto smirked, well, everything is possible in the words of Shinobi. Perhaps you've forgotten that rule, huh? As Kakazu was now shivering in pure fear, wondering about his whole life. As Naruto said, well, I did give you a choice. You can join me and spy on Akatsuki, but it's about time that I end your life. As before Kakazu could even react, his hand was on his chest. Well, you did live a great life, if I must say, as a shinobi, though it was pretty pathetic from the point of view of a human. As Kakuzu's eyes widened as his soul was extracted from his body, as Kakuzu's body hit the ground, and with a small flame of black amaterasu, his whole body was erupted into the black flames and turning into nothingness. As Naruto got all the memories of Kakazu about the Akatsuki, about all the members, their abilities and all, especially one suspicious one which Kakazu thought was pretty suspicious, that was none other than Toby, as well as the leader Pain and all those abilities. As Naruto smirked at that, it seemed that there is a challenge out there, huh? It would be fun. As Naruto only smirked, even at the thought of it. It has been some time since he has been challenged, a true challenge in front of him. Even Sasuke, Kyomi, Kakashi, Minato, everyone together cannot pump his blood anymore. He has even fought against nine days to just feel the pump of blood, and in the end he was able to win even against the nine days enormous chakra, because Naruto's own chakra reserves rivaled or even surpassed the nine days original chakra. As Kurama was pretty, you can say, jealous about it in the beginning, but in the end he was able to accept it, while on the other hand Naruto was pretty happy about it. Well guys, I was wondering if I can change the name of the Naruto's clan, so if you guys have new suggestions then I will accept it. So that is that. Just tell me in the comment section. There is no eternal clan anymore, so that is that. So as I was saying, as Naruto smirked, and after some time the Raikage arrived to see the landscape, which was completely changed. As Raikage looked towards Naruto as he said, "Where are those S-rank shinobis? I'm going to crush them for even laying a foot in my country." As he was wondering, as Naruto said, too late for the show, Lord Raikage. As Raikage looked towards Naruto, already recognizing the blonde hair and the brat from the Chunin exams. As Naruto said, well, I took care of them. As Raikage, you took care of two S-rank shinobis? As all the shinobis that were behind him were also thinking the same thing, as well as especially a, you can say, red-haired girl simply glaring at Naruto. That was none other than Karu. As Naruto smirked, well, perhaps you have forgotten who am I, huh? As Raikage simply shook his head, well, don't be cocky, brat. As Naruto said, well, Yujiro summoned me here because she was pretty injured, and it seemed that your shinobis were far away. You should pay some mind to that as well. As Raikage simply nodded at that because he already had some suspicions about the council. After all, the council was the one who sent Yujiro at the specific region about some mission and all. So she was out at the range of Kumo Shinobi. As he was wondering who those people actually are, but that is a matter for another day. As Yujiro arrived, Naruto-kun, I'm really grateful. As Naruto only smiled, of course, Yujiro-chan, that is nothing. As Yujiro gave Naruto a smile with a blush on her cheek, as Raikage said, well, that is more than enough of your two romance. As Naruto simply waved his hand, well, if you say so, of course. As he looked to Yujiro and said, well, if you want to, we can meet at some other time, Yujiro-chan. As Yujiro smiled, of course, I'll be coming to a mission in Konoha in some days, so it would be great, we can spend some time together. As Naruto said, of course, we will do that. As Raikage said, alright, you should be leaving from by now. As Naruto said, well, that is too harsh, Raikage. You should at least give me something to drink or eat. As Raikage sighed, alright, come with me. As he rushed towards the Raikage's office, also wanted to get some report from Naruto about those two shinobis and what happened to their bodies and all. Now, back in Konoha, Minato was wondering, as well as Kushina was pretty worried about the situation, as she was in the Okage's office, as well as walking all around, as Minato was wondering when he will get the time to do his paperwork, because paperwork seems to appear out of nowhere magically, and it was now turning into a mountain itself as Minato was sweating hardly as Kushina was saying, "What if Minato, he has left us once again? No, it cannot be. He gave us a chance, right Minato?" As Minato said, of course, Kushina, I don't think that's the case. It could be one of his friends could be in trouble, so he might have went there." As Kushina said, then he should have bring Itachi, Kakashi, and everyone with them. What if something happens to him? Now he's the ninth as Jinchuriki. Now Akatsuki is after him, Minato. You know it, right? As Minato said, yeah, right. As Kushina glared at Minato as Minato said, "Of course, Kushina, I already know it. Don't worry, we will hunt Akatsuki down." As Kushina said, "Yeah, you say that, but you have not sent even a single shinobi after them, did you, Minato?" As Minato was now sweating hard at the wrath of his wife. Now, on the other side, Naruto simply flashed in front of the gates of, you can say, Hidden Leaf Village as he sighed and said, "Well, it's about time that I get some ramen." As then the gate guards looked towards him, Lord Naruto. As Naruto looked towards them, "In the Hokage's office, you have been summoned." As Naruto sighed and said, "Well, of course." As he rushed towards the Hokage's office within a blink of an eye. As he finally arrived within the office, as both Kushina and Minato were simply moved back to see Naruto as Kushina's eyes widened and then she jumped onto Naruto, giving him a huge hug. Well guys, here I will leave this part. Hope you guys like it. In the next part I shall cover the Akatsuki member and all, Akatsuki fight and all those things. So I hope that you guys will like the series. For the next part, the like goal is going to be the same 300 likes and the comment goal is going to be 180 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part today. So in this series I have a lot about thinking as well as Madara being revived, so those things will definitely happen. So you guys will definitely enjoy it. So yeah guys, please subscribe and subscribe, complete the like goal, comment goal, so that we can upload the next video. So yeah guys, peace.